Got hungry. Couldn't find anything pre-made in the fridge, so guess it's pot of bean day. Pot of beans, pot of bean, pot of beans, pot of bean, pot of boom, pot of bean day. I have my Instapot over here waiting for me to fill it up. So, my pan, it's clean. I just washed it out. Man, I wish that light bulb wasn't right there. Well, you just see me glow. I never finished this squash and rice that I cooked the other day. I was so proud of it. Ooh, was I so proud of it. But I just didn't want the rest of it. So, it goes in the pot of beans. I think I have meat. Oh, no, I finished it. Okay, well, it's just going to be vegetarian beans today, then. I could put some of the magic sauce in it, too, since I'm actually going to be putting... I got I got one left of that, so... 2 cans of Walmart Rotel. It works fine for me. The only difference between Walmart Rotel and Rotel is the Walmart one tastes hot. The Rotel one has more flavor to it. To me, again, if you enjoy that, whatever, it does a good job. It puts some flavor in it, and what I'm actually looking for is the nutrition out of the tomatoes and chilies. Eating tomatoes again. Gonna get another cold sore from the acid. Yay! Tress has been doing acid. Knife. Actually, I don't want that knife. I don't like the way it feels right now. Knife. Let's scoop the stuff out with a spoon. Now, cheap blasted as I am, I also eat the green on these ones because they're like eating potato skins. But, to me, it adds more green nutrition to my food. So I will cut this up in chunks. Ching! I like that sound. Ching! They were giving these knives away over at the Habitat for Humanity. She says, oh, we have a whole bunch of free knives over there. And I sorted through every single one of them. They were these little cheap Dollar Tree steak knives with the little ridges. And I looked at her, I says, I don't know why those are free. I says, I'll just take this one. And it's this one. It's got a metal handle. It says Time and Table. And this is it feels really nice in your hand. And I don't know, it just cuts really nice. So, yay go me. I have a lot of knives. Kitchen knives, because my dad loves to cook. And my dad also loves to provide me with tools and knowledge of how to use the tools he's given me. The only thing I don't add to any of this is there's that little piece, and I think I threw it away on the other piece, where the stem came out, and I always call it the butt. I'm like, I'm not eating the butt. So I cut them into, I don't know, just like big chunks. They'll boil down. There's that. I absolutely, really do not like pinto beans. They just taste off to me. And I'm pretty sure I'm probably cooking them wrong. They're probably supposed to be like refried or something. But they're just not my favorite. My favorite are really large lima beans and garbanzo beans. Garbanzo beans, honestly, are like a potato. And I did a short about why do potatoes when you cut them differently, taste differently, even if you cook them the same way. But now I'm going to say potatoes are basically whatever you cook them with. Garlic, onion, whatever flavor you cook them with, that's what a potato tastes like. That's what a garbanzo bean tastes like to me. But they give me a texture. So I just so happen to have, well, I had 8 pounds of pintos because this bag was $8. $1 a pound, whatever, you know. This bag was $8. Okay, this bag could probably feed the entire neighborhood for a couple of nights. So I was like, do you hate them so much that you won't take the value and have it just in case you have nothing else? Well, I haven't been to the grocery store this month, so I have just these. Well, we're going to eat them. I will probably eat like 2 bowls of it and then freeze it all for another time when I have nothing else. I'm going to put 2 cans of this because I enjoy the flavor. Oh, that sounded like... Never mind. Pretty sure you guys could imagine what I thought it sounded like. I'm sure you can hear it too. I love the smell of that stuff. Already digested food. Sorry, I had to say it. I had to say it. Bag of corn, I think, was $8. That's why I have a huge bag of corn. So it goes in the food too. Good tummy filler. And it's your system scouring pad because you don't digest them. Today I decided I wanted to have the broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. I have the corn, peas, and beans one, but today I wanted these ones. So, and you're supposed to cook them in the bag, but so what? It smells like feet. Broccoli does, but I love broccoli. I love vegetables. I really love vegetables. And then it feels like freaking painful tear gas every time I cut an onion. I've frozen them, which that works okay, but it comes out mush. I've put them in the fridge. I've washed my hands. I've had a cup of water next to me. I've done that. Every time I cut onions, it feels like tear gas. So, what do onions go with? Peppers. Usually for me anyway. So I buy the pepper blend with the onions in it. Again, I'm just going to dump some in. That looks like good. Wow, that's a lot. I haven't even put my beans in yet. I think just because I can. And they're not being used for anything else. I was on a nutrition kick trying to find what I could for nutrition. And I have a big bag of chia seeds. So, this bag of chia seeds, I actually had it because sometimes I grow microgreens for myself because sometimes I can't afford greens. So I guess we're just going to put some chia in there, like a lot, and that's going to be slimy, I think, because chia is slimy when it gets water in it to me. Oh well. We're going to put, Again, you're going to get frustrated like crazy when you watch me cook because, cat, I don't measure. Usually for a pot like this is garlic one. I put a cup or a cap of it. Ooh, that's going to be good. Oops, I better put the sprinkle thing on, even though I don't usually use that. But when I say I don't usually use that, guess what? I'm going to want it. Sometimes I put garlic and onion and that kind of stuff on my popcorn. I like different flavors. I might, let me check this out. I might put some cocoa powder in it. Might. Onion, I do this. That is onion, yep. Okay. I do the same thing. And I buy onion powder and garlic powder, and not the onion and garlic salt. Because for me, if I cook with that, all I taste is salt. And I don't like it. A cap. Sometimes I just sit there and go, oh, that's enough. I remember on TV when I was a kid, my dad loved this dude, the Cajun cooker. And this guy would sit there and he would drink the wine, the cooking wine while he was cooking. I can't remember. I mean, I think he's probably like not with us anymore or something, but I use that to scoop out the stuff. Everything's frozen in here except for mine. Oh, it smells good. And pinto beans. I'm only going to put a few in here because I need the protein. Again, I'm not a fan. So, let's see. That's got alcohol ink on it. I'm not going to use that one. I'm not measuring it. I'm just eyeballing it, but still. That many, I guess. I filled the cup, well, all the way up to about, yeah, all the way up to about here. I'm not thrilled about you. Beans, I said in another video, I think it was yesterday when I was making my Spanish rice, beans don't look like enough until you cook them. And then when they're all cooked up, and there's this huge pan of half raw beans. The only thing, and these are experiments that I've done, the only thing that I can think of is to scoop some of the soup out, set it aside, because my pans will get, this thing is halfway full already with vegetables. And I still need to put the water in. So I'll get it basically full. I'm going to have this whole pot full. But again, experimenting and stuff like that, I've noticed that if I do overdo it, I'm going to have to scoop some out and recook it bits at a time. I've already got the Walmart Rotel in there. So we're just going to put I put about a cup and a half, 2 cups in there. That's what it looks like. Guesstimating. Ah, squeaky baby, you little tucky. I'm gonna put the rest of the sriracha in there. That thing's filled up to about here, so put the rest of this. This is not my favorite brand of sriracha, but it's okay. Maybe I won't put the rest, but I'll put some. Because with the water, and I didn't put the rest, okay, I just put, it was up to about here, now it's down to about here. Just put about, maybe 1/4 of a cup. Sriracha makes things Not so boring. Here's my spoon again. Ooh, everything's even more frozen with the warmer liquid on top. I'll put that over there. And I put this much water in increments until it looks enough to me. Usually it's about, it covers the whole thing, but a little bit higher because, again, beans and the chia. The chia is going to soak a lot of water up. Rice will too. So I'll check. Maybe if I do rice, I'll make it independently because it doesn't really work out so good in a crock pot. It actually just kind of basically runs, basically mushes together with the rest and makes a paste. Now, if you want to do that, that's cool. I have done that because if I mix the rice and the lentils together and then I put my other beans, my flat beans, I call them flat beans, the large limas and the garbanzos in there, it comes out like a stew. And that's one of my favorite meals. Woo! Let's see. I put 4 of those in there. There's my spoon. So now there's no meat in here, so this isn't going to hurt me to try it. Really cold because I just filled it with frozen stuff. Oh, my stomach's going. No, I'm not going to put that cocoa in there. It's not going to taste good to me. I'm going to go, ew. I would probably throw the entire pan out. Okay. I guess we move over. Well, you don't have to, but I guess maybe, I don't know. Indecisive call. Well, that doesn't just had water in it. Just throw it back in the dish container. Put you over here by the dishes. Oh, I don't know. We can't get that out of the way. That's my drinking water and my cooking water. So I think I went on a rant about how vegetables is your vitamins. And I really truly believe that. If you saw how packed I put in there. So let's see here. Plug this in. And what I do is I will, whoops, off. Okay. Off. I'll put it on for, sorry about my head, I can't read the, I put it on for the bean chili because obviously I'm cooking beans, and it goes for 45 minutes on high end pressure. Some of these beans, garbanzo beans included, need to go through the cycle twice. Pintos may not, but I'll cook it for the 45 and I'll open it back up. No, I did not add salt, by the way. I will reiterate, I do not enjoy food that's full of just salt. So anyway, 45 minutes and I'll check it again. But I'm not going to rant to you for 45 minutes because that's just absurd. So anyway, this is actually what I do. I cook, I eat, I crochet, I complain about not being able to go outside because of the snow. I stand right underneath the light so it looks like I'm going to heaven. I don't No. I gotta put the beans back. I have buckets. I mentioned the mouse problem, and I probably should have lids on them, but they don't. I have never seen mice in here. So, and which is weird because that's where I also save the cat food. Here's another thing I do to save money. I'll buy the giant bags of rice and I vacuum seal them and save them for later. Another thing I do is, you obviously know I am addicted to coffee. I save some out of each container and I vacuum seal it. I also... Is that food, cat food, or is that... That's coffee again. I think I have to replenish the cat food one. See, maybe. This one didn't like vacuum seal, but I'll do this with the... oh, maybe that one needs to be opened. I don't know. I'll do this with the cat food too. Sometimes I just can't get to the store before their food runs out. So, they have that. My one closet in the house. My one closet in the house. By the way, my mom did that ballerina. That ballerina's older than I am. So anyway, yeah, that's my one closet in the house. Woo! Actually, I have these ones in the bathroom. I was saying too. And I have those in the other bathroom, but I don't go to the other bathroom. This is something I set up here because there's a door right behind this stuff. And here I go, going into the light again. There's a door right behind this stuff, and I have no freaking idea why. Maybe because every house has to have 2 entries. This is just a weird structured house. But this is what I did because if I didn't do this, there would be cold air coming right on through that thing. So I covered it in a blanket my mom had made, and I really want to take that down because it's going to get faded. It probably already is in that square where the window is. But my mom made that. And then I covered it in a plastic Dollar Tree shower curtain. Those things are versatile. They're cheap. Stock up on them. Anyway, I covered it up in that. And then I put whatever styrofoam. I collect styrofoam from every little box. I don't collect it, but it comes to me through the boxes of stuff that I get. So I get sheets of styrofoam. So guess what? That went back behind it too. So this is what I did. I have my crochet books here. See, look at all of those binders are full of patterns that I've collected. I have my Fix-It books here. I have, well, my tools are supposed to go in there, but I have 3 different places where my tools are right now. So I got cotton in there, and I think I have clothing in here. My cats, no, I got more cotton and patterns and stuff in there. This shelf, that shelf, and that shelf were free. So I brought them home and made that. Not optimal right outside your bathroom, but I guess if you want a book when you're doing your morning constitutional or, you know, doing your paperwork or however you want to call it, there's a book right out the door. I collect books because I'm afraid one day we're not going to have the computer, we're not going to have the internet or anything like that. We're going to need these skills. I know they're outdated, but they're going to give us some sort of idea on how to do something. Crochet books, crochet, you could do 200-year-old patterns and it'll still translate to today. The plumbing may be a little different, but again, it'll give somebody an idea on how to do something. And if somebody finds my collection of books when I die and they need them, awesome. If they burn them, awesome. I'll be dead. I won't care. But if I can help somebody out, including myself, whatever. But again, I collect books. I also have cookbooks. But they belong in my kitchen. There's some more crochet patterns because I couldn't fit them in the bookshelf. But I collect cookbooks too. And this one is just the American Girls Handy Book, which I think could probably go in with the Fix-It books. But I thought, you know, they pointed it towards girls. There's got to be cooking stuff in there. I think that's ridiculous that they did that. But, you know, different times. Stay. Whatever. What do you want? Your food right there. See, there's another stash of tools. Like, stash of tools. In there. Like, stash of tools. Those ones are heavy. And then, in here, this used to have drawers in here where my silverware is supposed to go. They were falling apart, falling down, mouse droppings, whatever. I tore them out. And I put this plastic thing in here. And then my daughter teased me about the fact that it doesn't close all the way, but it helps. So this became another tool utility cabinet. And more tools. And these are my dish rags. More tools. Let's just say my dad knows tools and wants me to be prepared. And I have the collection of manual tools because, again, what if one day we just don't have electricity? He says, and I'm going to quote him, he says, if one of those tools don't work, you know what the problem is. I'm like, you know, I absolutely agree with you. If I can't pick up one of those tools and make it work, it's my fault. So I gotta find a place to put all of them together. I don't like them just scattered around, but I don't know what else to do with them yet. Come on. One time I lived with my friend Bina, and her mama had probably almost exact, and she would fill it up with coffee, and we'd all drink on it but whatever. For me, it lasts a day. For us, it lasted maybe a half hour because everybody was drinking on it. I unplug. I'm pretty sure I've said this too. Everything. Plug it when I'm done with it. Microwave is unplugged. That thing's unplugged. Those are unplugged. Coffee pot. Well, you can't see that it's unplugged, but it's unplugged. This stove, unplugged. This was unplugged and left over there when I wasn't using it. I'm afraid that I'm going to that I'm going to leave something plugged in, and this crappy old trailer is going to burn down. Not either with me in it or without me in it. Without me in it would be okay because I can replace just about anything. I mean, my gosh. You know, there are things everywhere and you can find them everywhere. So, I mean, even if you spent like $1,000 on something, it's replaceable. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about sunburn. Sunburn and people gathering over my house with marshmallows going, I smell hair. Hair. And I'd be like, out of here. My cats would be out of here. And we wouldn't care, but they'd be like, it smells like hair. Yeah, I think the idea of going up in flames just sounds very scary. So, I mean, I unplug everything. I don't unplug my furnace until springtime and I know that there's no winter. And I never unplug the one to the bathroom. But I also, you know that I showed you the box that I have on the wall to turn it off. Well, that just cuts the power off. Woo! Speaking of lights, that just cuts the power off. I don't own a PC. I had one. This place, every time I had a big PC, of course I was ridiculous and had to have 2 big screens and, you know, this, that, and another thing, and la 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 la, hooked up to it. Every time I had it, obviously with the wiring, the rigged up wiring, it would get a power surge and die forever. So I have like 5 terabyte discs from the inside of them. I don't own a PC. I have a tablet and I have a phone. And that's cut a lot of electricity for me too. I looked at my electric bill and it hadn't been paid last month because we've been mixing around with getting money here and there because there was somebody that tried to hack my dad. So banks closed everything down and he lost his passwords. Dad's my payee. Disability payee. So we had to track down this, track down that, and within that the bills kind of got, you know. So with all of this stuff I've done, I think it said my 2 months was $148. I don't think that's a bad price at all. I think I'm doing pretty darn good. I mean, I guess I could lower it somehow again. I mean, turn lights off more, never use the lights, never use the electricity, but not that I could never use the electricity because I have to heat my house. What are you doing? Cat? What are you doing, Twiggy baby Attaboy? Well, come here. No. Did you get stuck behind that magnet door? Are you stuck? Are you stuck, Hannah boy? I just stepped in your plate. I should pick it up. Hey, are you stuck? Come here. Open up. Hannah boy, come here, Hannah. Are you stuck? Yes, a good boy. Mama love you. Senior citizens, whether they're cats or human, are really fun to take care of. Oh my gosh. I mean, this boy, I don't know, they're just really fun to take care of. Man, I can't wait for my birthday. Mom said she's going to get my hair cut professionally for me. I haven't had my hair cut professionally since before COVID. So I've been trimming it. If it's in my way, I just trim it. So I have no shape to it. So you get to see the Mad Hatter until I get it actually professionally done. I had an opportunity to do that in South Carolina. I probably could have done that. Pam was looking up places for me to, and I said, no, it's going to be a present from Mom, and I asked her for it, so I have to live with my hair like this. The color, purple's one of my favorite colors. And yeah, purple's one of my favorite colors. And it's not too off from red. Sometimes it looks pink. Oh, my bangs now, though, I had to trim them because my herbal pipe, I was lighting it and my hair was down like this and it went. So I I was like, oh, I lit myself on fire. That's another reason I stopped, or I'm trying to stop smoking that. I figure, okay, I quit the nicotine and the cigarettes, but you know what? I'm still a smoker. Anything that goes in your lungs, you're still a smoker. It doesn't matter if you're vaping. It doesn't matter if you're using tobacco. It doesn't matter if you're using catnip. You're still smoking. The only thing that goes in your lungs is air, which is sad because the air quality is usually about the quality of a cigarette. So I double that. But I decided I wanted to be here on this earth to be a pain in the butt to the rest of you for a longer time. Deal with it. Disclaimer, my opinion. If you don't feel the same way, I'm sorry about that. Don't jump down on me about that, because forcing your opinion on me is going to do absolutely nothing but make you look like a jerk. You can share your opinion, and I won't get down on you about that either, again, because everyone's got opinions. Everyone's got their thing. And it just opens up a world of discussion for me rather than, you're wrong, wrong. Nobody's wrong, okay? Nobody's wrong. They just see the world. Everybody sees the world individually and on their own level. And if they bring an opinion in that I've never heard before, I might look at it in a different direction. And I like that. So, I don't do religion. And I'm not going to tell you all about religion or my religion or what I believe. And I don't do politics because, honestly, I'm not looking for fights. And I have my own opinions on those things too. And those things start wars, honestly. I mean, there's been world wars over politics and religion. So I'm just not into the drama. But anything else, if I share an opinion and you don't believe it, and you have another opinion, don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't attack me about it, but share your opinion. I want to see the other directions this could go. I think I'm going to... I had to take a break. I was finishing that doily. Well, not finishing. I'm in the middle of it because my hand just goes numb and sore after like 3 or 4 rows of... They say it's arthritis. It looks like arthritis. My grandma had hands and her fingers were literally like this. Like by the time she passed away, her fingers were literally like this. So might happen to me too. It might be a genetic thing. It might be the fact that I use my hands. And it doesn't matter if I'm crocheting or I'm putting screws in a wall or I'm hammering a nail or I'm opening and closing doors. It affects this thing the same way. Whatever, I deal with it, take breaks, and go back to what I was doing. Take a Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever the heck you want to say about it. Sometimes I take a little bit of weed for the pain. And honestly, for the gusto to keep going. I wish you could see what I could see. I'm looking right through the line on my bifocal, and it looks like my mouth is coming out from my nose. It's funny. I guess I'm done with this rant. Today, right now, I'll show you outside my chicken wired windows. Almost push stop. Oh, I guess I'll open the door and show you. I think it said it was 34 right now. I think it's about 8 o'clock now. I'll check what time it is. I have this watch and it's a solar watch, but it can also... Oh, it doesn't want to be on today. Probably because It's a solar watch. Sometimes I can check. I'll go check it on my tablet. My niece was nice enough to sell me a nice tablet. Oh my gosh. It's a Samsung. It's probably an older one, but it's like a bigger one, and it looks like a TV almost. That size, nice one. She sold that wonderful thing to me for $50. And I love her for that. Let's see. Let's see. Yep, okay, done. And it happens to be... I was watching Dumpster Divers. I watch Dumpster Divers. I like to see the stuff. I like to see the stuff that they get. But I also, let's see, it's 8. I was going to say it's about 8 o'clock. I guess it's 9 o'clock. I watch the Dumpster Divers. I like to see the stuff they get, but I'm not going to put myself in the dumpster. I also watch people unbox like toys and things. I have younger people in my life, and I like to see, the quality of these things and how cute they are and how popular they would be, or if they're worth my money. So I watch, I don't know if I'm allowed to call out other channels. I did call out Pam's Place, but she is my best friend, so... And I guess you just saw who those were. I mean, if you look really quick, you'll see it. But I watch, people unbox toys. I watch people unbox mystery boxes. I watch them unbox. I watch people open Temu orders. Because if they buy it and I can see the quality from their video, I'll be like, I might need that. I also scroll through Temu for like a couple hours at a time, adding thousands of dollars worth of stuff into my cart, because I want to see that item again, and I want to see it at different prices, because that's how that site works. And then I delete it all because they're like, oh, she's going to pay $5,000 on stickers. No, I'm not. Honestly, no, I just want to see your cheap crap and let me see all of it. And you don't let me see all of it unless I pick it out. I'll tell you, the really good experience I got from Temu, dang it. Sorry. The really good experience I got from Temu, honestly, was that e-bike. I paid $600 for that on Temu. I didn't expect that to show up. I expected them to say, no, we don't have this and we don't have that. Order somewhere else. But it came 4 days after I ordered it. I was like, what? I'd gotten provided the money for it. I got in that car crash last February and there was no car. So I've been Shanks Mare to the store. That's what Dad calls it, Shanks Mare. Feet to the ground to the store, 3 miles down, 3 miles back. I love that walk anyway. I was either that or ride my manual bike. I'm going to be 51 years old, and honestly, the arthritis kicks in. And maybe it would work. Maybe it would work itself out if I kept using the manual bike. That son of a gun, when I'm riding it, it changes gears all by itself. I'll be riding it on the level I want it on. All of a sudden, chunk, 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 and my legs are going, and I'm going really slow. And then all of a sudden, chunk, 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 and I'm going, I can't push this thing. And I'm going farther, but slower. So I have to figure out what's going on with that. But right now, that's my spare vehicle because I got the e-bike. I don't have to have insurance on it, so I save money on that. I will be getting a helmet. Just because we want to preserve absolutely everything inside of here. You know, everybody needs to have all of this information. But I will be getting a helmet because I fall. I don't have the greatest balance. I don't have, it's eye-hand coordination. I'm just very uncoordinated, and I heard that's pretty common with autistic people too. I'm not going to say it's every day all the time. I don't like to say every day all the time much. I will say it, and then I'll correct myself because it's a habit. But you'll always hear me say, I hope I don't fall. I tell you, I was afraid to be on a trampoline. What are you supposed to do on a trampoline? Fall, right? I'm on this trampoline. This couple, many years ago, but I'm on this trampoline and my knees are wobbling like this and I'm going, so I got down off of the thing because I have a fear of falling. I fell down one time. I was playing Frisbee with an ex-friend of mine and I fell down and my arm was bent like this for like 2 weeks and I couldn't straighten it out. I don't know if it needed to be put back in or whatever, but finally it worked itself out. I have not been nice to my right hand. Are you yelling at me, mister? What? Hi. What do you want? The good boy? The good boy? My friend Mary gave my daughter this picture. She gave her 2 of them. And I found the one that she gave her with the glass smashed in her room. And I said, you know what? That's mine. And I'm keeping it. What are you doing? You doing? Take a boy. Your mama love you. Oh, where the heck did she go? The puff! Adoo! Puff, puff, bo buff. Tolly puff, oh, dolly, dolly puff. Ba-doom, boom. Where'd you go? I wonder if she's in the bathroom. She likes to sit on the heater in the bathroom. I also didn't pick up the food sources I left when she's not in there. Maybe she's in the back where I saved Squeaky from. She's not outside because I've got it pretty... Oh! I'm such a dinkus marinkus. I was focusing on Squeakle Baby. And there's Dolly Pop just laying there sleeping. Well, she's awake now. She's like, Mom, you said my name. What? What you got to say to me? Huh? We'll fight, punk. We'll fight, punk. Huh? We'll fight. I'd a good boy. As a good girl. And they're my life too, because they're all I have to talk to on a daily basis, unless I'm spouting off on here now. Oh, I was going to show you outside. And then I got distracted. ADHD! Captain ADHD! Dun 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 dun! I locked my door whether I'm inside or not. This is how it looks today after the melt. You can see a little bit of my porch, and I probably should go out there with my shovel and just like start chunking it off because I heard we're going to get more snow. But hazy. Hazy. I think it's about 34, 35 right now at 9 o'clock. It's supposed to get up to about 41 like it did yesterday. It's supposed to also snow a little bit before that. So, I don't know. Let's see. Soup is on and it does not say how long it's got to go. It just says it's on. Ooh, I can hear it. Hear it? Some people are afraid of pressure cookers with good cause. I mean, there's good reason to be afraid of those things. You put your hand in that stream of steam that's coming out, you're going to burn yourself. That's why I have aloe. The older pressure cookers had this little ding, 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 ding. I called it a bell. It looked like a bell, but it has a little handle and a little weight on it and that would be on there. And you'd put a hot pad on your hand and you'd take that off and the steam would go. Well, the danger of those is the steam getting too steamy and popping them off and like having a bullet go through the air. And you could get really hurt from that. These are okay. They don't have that loose part. You just have to worry about the steam. About sticking your hand in the steam. My daughter was afraid of that. She was also afraid of frying things in the pan because the grease would come up and hit her and like her face and her chest and stuff. I told her, I said, if you're frying things in a pan and the grease is coming up, you need a lid. Because there's nothing wrong with putting a lid on your food when you're cooking it. It's protective. And B, you need to turn your heat down. If you're frying things and that stuff is spitting and screaming at you, you turn your heat down. It'll stay in the pan and it'll calm down. It'll take more time. But what you really want when you're cooking, honestly, is that time. You want it to cook through and you want it to cook through evenly. And you're not going to do that with too high of a heat under it either. You're going to get burnt on the outside and raw on the inside. My experience again. Because you just want it done really, really, really fast. Well, you don't want to eat a burger like that. I mean, you can, I guess, I guess beef, you can do that. But say a sausage. You don't want to do that. You do want the sausage, right? But you don't want raw pork, right? Well, you're going to get that if you don't do your heat right. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. Right now I'm waiting to eat. Probably take another 45 minutes after. But have a good day. Maybe I'll be on again. Maybe I won't.